Alright, here we are. The final tier, tier 15 for Aston Martin Vantage 59 Championship. 3 more gold trophies to win the car, plus 25 gold. Skipping cost is 35 gold at this point, but let's not do that. And we'll start with a speed record at Daytona motorcycle course. And I went ahead and got the car serviced because we all know speed record at Daytona is one of those that's either going to be impossible with unserviced car, or you have to do some goofy weird way of winning. By that I mean turning around at the beginning and doing even more bot training, as though I haven't done enough of it already, right? So let's just not put up with that and just, get on with it, shall we? Alright, so I think I said 282 was the target, right? So it's about 11 kph span between the last place and the first place for this event. So that's a fairly narrow gap, I think. So that tells me something that I already know, which is that the bots have been trained fairly severely throughout the event. So, of course, motorcycle course or the road course. In the interior section of the track, we're really not gonna get anywhere near the top speed. So we'll just have to try to keep it clean, stay on track, don't crash into walls or anything goofy like that, as that's just futile trying to set speed record on the interior section. And alright, so not possible before the first chicane, it looks like. Then let's try it in the second, the part after the chicane in this outer rim. There we go. Nice and easy, as expected. So we've got some extra speed there. That's alright. Just over 284. Alright. So slightly over 1 kph margin. And took out 4 service bars and discoloring that 5th one, so I'm thinking that the track is about 4.5 kilometers or something like that. Remember, each service bar is about a kilometer of racing. Alright, so that is good enough for the first of the 3 gold trophies remaining here. Now down to 25 gold to skip, which will wash out if I decide to just pay for it instead of racing. But no, let's not do that. Alright, moving on. Let's do head-to-head at New York. Single lapper. Who's gonna be my opponent? Tisha. Alright, that is, along with Moises Gabby, one of the slowest bots in the game, so it should be a breeze, especially if you get in the lead early on. This track very narrow, obviously all Formula E tracks are pretty narrow, although the new Berlin one does have some wide open space in certain sections of the the track, so yeah, and much longer there. This one not as long, but definitely still longer than Hong Kong. Alright, so secured our lead, and then we just need to keep up, right? Hard angle turn and a little left-hander, right-hander, left-hander there. Combination corner. Heading into this fastest section of the circuit, the Parabolica. Can quite grip at the end, but that is a-okay. Since we have a pretty healthy lead with some almost 300 meters of lead at one point, so we'll just take it nice and easy here in the final bit of the circuit with some still 200 plus meters of lead. So where are ya? There we go. As we're crossing the finish line, Tisha was just coming around that final corner, spotted in the rear view mirror. With a lap time of minute 50 and change. All right. Take out another couple of service bars there. So once again, pretty short track. All right, so 2 gold trophies down, 1 final gold trophy remain for that cup race at Monza road course. 15 gold to skip. 97% complete. The PR requirement of 54.3, which you can get by, of course, getting 3 upgrades across the board. It's going to be a triple lapper at Monza morning road course, so this is a longer track variation. So, considering that this is the final race, we'll just run flat out. And I'll try to keep it clean. At least as clean as my skill would allow. Aston Martin Vantages. What a beautiful set of rides. Alright, here we go. Ready. And we're off on this final cup race, the final stretch here in Italy. Take the inside as we approach the first stop corner. I was hoping to not touch anyone, but not going so well, is it now? Alright, a little bit of a fender bender here and there as I climb up to the 3rd place. Second place, can I overtake the lead? Not quite yet. Not able to keep up still in straight. I might actually be able to keep up, I just cannot overtake. And now that we're in the lead, should be pretty easy from here on out. So let's see what kind of lap time we can get. Maybe. Scary curves. I don't know. I don't quite have enough confidence in this Vantage's grip to make it through there flat out. I did let up on the gas a little bit. And Parabolica, pretty decent handling through there. Lap 1 with some obstacles along the way. 153. Alright. So could we get something like 140? Right. Clear the first chicane there. And let's see, where is the first checkpoint? Is right after this second setup. Right here, 34 seconds. Alright, so if we keep that up, what kind of lap time are we talking about? So, second checkpoint, we're aiming for at least 68 seconds. Right? Since they're somewhat divided equally. And it's right after the Ascari curve. That's better. 109. Okay, so I suppose I went into the curves a little too slow, I think. By the way, if you are working on learning tracks and trying to drive faster, those really pay close attention to those the marker timers, right? Because it divides the track into thirds generally, roughly. So you can kind of figure out which sector you're struggling by kind of figuring out the amount of time that it takes you to get from one sector to the next sector. Also, you can kind of do the lap comparison. So 34 seconds, so that's the same or fairly close to my last lap, lap 2. Of course, lap 1 doesn't really count because, starting lap. Anyway, now my goal here for the second checkpoint is to get under 109. Hopefully 108 and change maybe, or even better, but I feel like I'm slowing down too much still. Yeah, just slightly north of 109 is what I got. So yes, I did slow down more than what I probably needed to and lost a bit of time. Still skidding out on that Parabolica. So the lap time here still not gonna be all that great. It's gonna be over 140 by definitely 141 and change it looks like. Alright, so overall 5 minutes 17 seconds and 8:06. Get some racing dollar bonus. Get some fame bonus. Alright, so compared to the second place finish, I'm about 55 seconds ahead? Nearly a minute. So those are some slow bots. Anyway, 3 laps around Monza road course will put your car in red, especially when you have a few service parts taken out to start off. So we'll put it in for service since we're done with the event, and we'll be waiting on the delivery here in just a moment. So upgrades 3 upgrades across the board once again to get your car's PR up to 54.3, the requirement, right? So, all right, so that does wrap up this limited time series. By the way, speaking of limited time series, whatever happened with the next one? We're supposed to have the Porsche 919 Hybrid Evo Championship start today. Like, it should have started a couple of hours ago, but it's not here. What I've heard through grapevines is that they have pushed the starting date for the limited time series, next limited time series, since we have quite a few events running at the same time. So, give us a little bit of a breathing room, right? Which we can all use from time to time. But anyway, here we are. Aston Martin Vantage 59. What a beautiful car. Just look at it. It's lovely. And of course, it unlocks the bonus series Spirit of 59, which I believe you can find it under Elite section of your career. But for now, yeah, see, no sign of the next limited time series here. So it is what it is. I'm sure it'll show up possibly tomorrow. We'll see. And when it does, you know what I will be doing. I'll be doing the series overview. So stay tuned for that. That will happen when it is released.